Hey folks, this is Paul Workman. I am the one who's putting on the Dirty Gretna ride, and just wanted to share a few things about it. It is this weekend. Sunday is the official ride day. I'll be heading out there on Saturday, setting up a tent and probably doing a ride on Saturday with my son, and then on Sunday as well. So just to let you know, this is a super laid back event. No registration, really not any support, with that. So it's just a day that we can all come out. Hopefully a bunch of us can ride together and enjoy the route. So just wanted to put this video out there to tell you about some of the new stuff this year. The routes are pretty much the same, but we are going to be having camping this year. So that's kind of the new thing, which hopefully will alleviate any pressure for folks who are coming in from far away. The town was very kind enough to allow us to use some of their municipal property that they have as a watershed. They have about 300 acres of land. It's a mile outside of the start finish line. So it's really close to town basically, and just a beautiful field. So there's no amenities there, bathrooms, what have you. So just come prepared to camp Rustic and enjoy yourself. So to let you know about the course, let me just do a screen share, because that's how we do things nowadays in the world of Zoom. So this is the route, and the way that you can get the GPX for this thing is it's all through the Google map. You really need to access that, and what you can do is if you click on the route, it'll show you either a ride with GPS or a Strava route that you can then download. So I assume everybody is confident with how to do that. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a text or message on Facebook or in the Facebook event page, and I'll kind of walk you through how to get those on your phone or your Garmin or Wahoo device. We'll get you going. But there is not going to be any signage, so it is really important that you do get this on some sort of a device. If you're doing the full pull, make sure you've got plenty of battery power and light power. Make sure you've got lights if you think you're going to be arriving late. It is a big course. It's 157 miles, 250 kilometers. So, but basically, this is the town of Gretna in the center. And the first loop is going to be counterclockwise. That's the west loop. And then we have the east loop, which is clockwise. Note that there is this little out and back section right there that used to be gravel. They've paved it now, unfortunately, but we've left it in the route. It is still beautiful and worth hitting. So there's 3 Google Maps. The first one that I've got here shows the full route, and the whole idea here is just to kind of, for those who are going all in, this shows how to do it. And it has, all the gravel sections are in yellow. All the gas stations here are marked. This is a very rural area, so just keep that in mind, which, that's part of the appeal. That's the beautiful part about this whole ride. So you've got restaurants marked, any restaurant that is marked in a gold color, okay, they sell beer, and grocery stores and places to stay. So I'll show where our campsite option is, and that is, so here's the start. Usually for the west loop going counterclockwise, we write out this, which is Music Street. And then just as they cross over the highway, there's a great big field over here that, and that's where we're going to be camping, is basically on this section right here. I do have a picture. Let me see if I can find that. I realized I should have had that up earlier. Let me see if I can find that real quick. So this is what the field looks like. So, and then there's a big section over here to the left too. This apparently has been mowed, so it is no longer tall grass. It is nicely mowed. So the way that you will, when you come across it, I'll show you what that looks like so you can kind of get a visual. So you're coming down the road, you look to the left just as you cross over the highway. There's a little cemetery over here, and this field is where we'll be. Back to the routes. Now, if you're going to do the full route, here's what it looks like. Now, if you're going to do just the west loop, let's say, so what we have, if you you could do the full west loop, which is about 85 miles, or you can do little bits and pieces of it. So the other day, I brought all the kids out there, and we did this nice little 8-ish mile loop, and it was nice. You've got the Strava link to the route there, and you can kind of just play around with these and see which one you want to do. So here's a 40-mile one. It's called the West 40. It shows what percentage of this route is gravel. I did create this new one because we had a road that got paved, unfortunately, and so this is a little bit more gravel, so 32%. This one is 58 miles with 40% gravel. So you kind of get the idea. You could play around and see which one of these you want to do. Now, if you are interested in getting your name on the Hall of Fame, we have that, which I'll show you right here. So anybody who completes the West Loop, the East Loop, or the full thing in their entirety can get their name entered on the Hall of Fame. And we've got the fastest known times marked here. So we've got Jonathan Ramirez, who has the full fastest time at 10 hours and 21 minutes. Keith Gerardin is the West Loop record holder, and Jonathan has the East Loop. And then Johanna Newber is the female FKT on all of those. She just killed them all, apparently. So so you can come here, you can look at the folks' rides. All of these links, they're all tiny URLs, and they're all linked in the event page. So just to point out on the West Loop, when you start out, you really have no places until you get to, no gas stations until you get to Pinhook. And if you click on the link here, it'll show, well, that's Carl's Place. That's a restaurant. You may not want to stop there. It'll take you too long. And then, so Pinhook minute mark. So if you click on this, it'll show this is at mile 35.3 on the route. The next stop is a Chromie gas station in 11 miles. Or you can keep going to the Climax store, which is in 33 miles. And I had confirmed that they are open on Sunday. They close at 5. So this map basically tells you the distances that you have between potential restocking sections. So let me go over to the East map now. So here we've got, again, different options we can do. The red, that signifies the whole loop. One thing I'll say that is on Sunday, BB's Place, which is right here, they are not likely going to be open. And so you're going to have a pretty long jaunt, basically, until you see anything, which is Chatham. And so you may have to go, it's 13 miles until Gretna. So basically this is a 75-mile route. So you're, looking at just under 60 miles before you come across anything. So be prepared for that. Now, I may try to be at Gretna with some water. I'll probably drop off a cooler and leave it stashed, and I'll let everybody know where that is. So I'm just going to play this by ear and see what all is needed, and then likely include some stuff, some water out there so that folks can restock. That is going to be a big priority of mine, to make sure that everybody is okay during this big eastern loop section with potentially no restock sections. So that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to send me a text, and hopefully we can get some folks out. I know this was extremely last minute. We had some problem with a lot of other events conflicting, and it still seems to be the case. Everybody is apparently doing their stuff in September, which is cool. I like to hold this event in September, and the reason because this is tobacco country, which is, you can see in the image behind me, there's tobacco barns all over. And this is the tobacco harvest time, if you will, kind of August through October, apparently, is when they can put their plants up. And it's just kind of a neat thing to see. So October, everybody's got things going on for the fall leaf peeping season. So September just seemed like a really good time to hold this. So hopefully we can get some of you out, and I will be there in the campsite area on Saturday. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention was the parking situation. And let me again do the screen share. So here's a map of Gretna. And so you can leave your cars and tents up and stuff at the campsite, while you're riding. It seems fairly secure. It's not visible from the road or anything like that. But when for the start finish is, this is Henry Street, I believe, and then Main Street. And we'll basically kind of start right in front of the railroad park, I believe it is. And so we've got this little parking lot right here. If that thing fills up, then there's plenty of parking on the streets and the side streets around you. So I don't think anybody will have any problem with parking. And essentially, the official start where I start and stop recording is right in front of the train depot. To get your time recorded, you have to use Strava or find some other way to document your start and stop time and that you rode the route and what have you. So make sure that you've got your Strava setting to public so I can see it. Make sure that it's your Strava flyby setting is turned on, because that's how I record your start and stop time. So again, hope to see you guys out. And again, just let me know if you have any questions.